And I would ask the clerk to please call roll.
Bartlett.
Here.
Cook. Here. Henry. Tannant.
Here.
Odenauer.
Here.
Ruben DeSellis. Here. Scott.
Here.
Speed. Here. Watts.
Here.
Williams.
Here.
Mayor Esmond.
Here.
Acting City Attorney Salterman.
Very good. Is there a reading of the minutes this evening?
I'd make a motion that we approve the minutes as circulated.
Alderman Large Oldnettle, second by Alderman Scott. All those in favor of approving the minutes, please respond by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Presentation of petitions?
We have no petitions or communications this
Okay.
evening.
And the claims are in the hands of the alderman. Is there a motion to pay claims this evening? Alderman Williams, second by Alderman Speed. Voice vote. All those in favor of paying the claims, please respond by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Very good. Mayor's report is the appointment of Pat Robson to the Board of Managers for the Jacksonville Cemeteries, term to expire January 1, 2027. And there's a motion by Alderman Scott, second by Alderman Watts to approve Ms. Robson. Voice vote. All in favor of appointing Pat to the Board of Cemeteries, please respond by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Very good. Doug, you got a new board member. Okay. And she's a character. She's a great person. Jim's the character. Okay. City Clerk's report, Skip.
Community Development Report and the cash receipts report, budget report, and the revenue analysis report, all in the hands of the alderman. If you have any questions on those, please contact me.
Thank you, Skip. Any public comment at this time? Okay. Seeing no public comment. Consent agenda items tonight. Finance, IT, and personnel. Alderman Cook.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We have two items tonight. The first one is a resolution authorizing payment from the Capital Improvement Fund for certain improvement projects. And the second one is a resolution authorizing payment from the General Fund for services rendered.
Thank you. Parks and Lakes, Alderman Large Oldnettle.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We have one item this evening, a resolution authorizing the waiver of advertisement for bids and acceptance of proposal for 2 zero-turn mowers for the Parks and Lakes Department.
Excellent. Planning and Public Works, Alderman Scott.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We have three items. The first is resolution declaring City Hall and Plaza Maintenance Department vehicle as surplus and authorizing the manner of disposal. Second item is a resolution approving the preliminary engineering services agreement for the East College Avenue over Moverstar Creek project. And the third item is a resolution for improvement under the Illinois Highway Code authorizing the appropriation of MFT funds for East College Avenue over Moverstar Creek project.
Thank you. And Public Protection, Alderman Bartlett.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We have one item tonight, a motion requesting the Board of Fire and Public Commissioners to make a promotion in the Jacksonville Fire Department of lieutenant to captain, driver to lieutenant, and hosman to driver.
In Utility, Alderman Watts.
We have three items tonight, the first being resolution authorizing payments from the Waterworks and Sewage Project Fund for services rendered improvement projects. The second, resolution accepting bid for raw water transmission main surge protection project. And the third, resolution authorizing the waiver of advertisement of bids and accepting proposal for a fence at the old water treatment plant. And I so move.
Thank you. Is there a second on the consent agenda? Alderman Scott. You've heard the items under the consent agenda. Is there any the council wishes to pull for further discussion? Seeing none, I would ask the clerk to please call roll on the consent agenda.
Williams.
Yes.
Watts.
Yes.
Speed. Yes. Scott.
Yes.
Ruben DeSellis.
Yes.
Odenauer.
Yes.
Tannant.
Yes.
Cook.
Yes.
Bartlett.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Committee reports, there's no business, but any old business today? I'm gonna look at Laura. Oh, Laura.
Okay. The only thing I would say is we are still looking for properties for the next 3 months. So please drive your wards. Let me know of a property that might be concerning, or someone might need a hand up that perhaps our group of volunteers can assist with in the months of August, September, and possibly October. But just send it to me. We'll drive by. I'll call the homeowner and see if they're up for it. And if they are, then perhaps we can help them. But I need suggestions.
Very good. Yeah, thank you. I ask for suggestions every week on the yard of the week, and I get a lot. And they want me in the backyard, but I'm like, it's kind of, I need to be in the front yard.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And
so I know.
we have had some suggestions from, the residents of Jacksonville, but unfortunately, some of them are just really small. They're kind of a one-man or two-person job, and we're having a great turnout, and this is really, it's a good thing that we're doing, so we're
Yep,
looking for those
sure
bigger
is.
projects, so.
Very good, thank you. Any new business? Oh, sorry. You? Oh, yes, I've got to prompt you on the recycling. It's not,
Two things. We are still looking at the extension for the recycling project. We've discussed it. We've got a letter from them. We'll probably have something for you at the next meeting. But I do want to bring everybody kind of up to date with the trash service. As we stated before, the city would like to go out to a city contract, which means you would have one vendor in the community. We have spoken to I've spoken to two, GFL and Republic out of Springfield. Actually, they're all over, but we are still working on the RFP. We hope to have that done this week or early next week. We did send out a letter to both of them, and also to Waste Management last Friday, basically telling them that we were going to do this. We wanted to get some ideas from them, and we gave them a kind of a 10-point list of what we're looking for. Republic got back to me today. We were hoping to have some response from all three of them by the 16th. Republic said there's just no way that they can get that done and be competitive and be true. So it's looking more and more like it'll be closer to the end of the month before we get anything. But by that time, we should have the full 19-page RFP instead of a one-page request. But those are the three big players in the area. In talking with Quincy, Macomb, Lincoln, those are the ones that we're looking at. But I want the public to know that we're not sitting idle. We are doing something, and it'll be in the best interest of the whole community if we can get this city contract. And we've been told that by both parties, GFL and Republic. The cost will definitely go down. How much, we don't know. That's what we're looking at. And then what kind of other services they can provide to the city along with those fees. We're looking at most of them will not do anything less than a 5-year contract. And what that contract, what we've seen is that each year there's about a 3 or 4% increase. But the fact of the matter is you're going to know what that price is every single year. So hopefully, but we are doing something, and haven't had any phone calls today, so that was a good thing. But
last week was a different story.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Yep.
But just for the public to know that we're working on it. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. That's
Yeah, thank you.
all they need to know.
Secret. Well, there's more that they need to know.
They don't want to know the dirty law.
New business tonight, I just have one item, just to let the council know. Years ago, the chamber, we own that building. That's a city building. It's a public building, the chamber building on the grounds of the community park. They were going you know, everything went through, COVID and all that stuff, well, they're ready. And if you've seen the building, it needs it. Of course, they're gonna ask, you know, since it's our building, they're asking us to be a player in that. Just for future reference, it's quite an upgrade. But we do have funding as far as there is a line in our budget building, public buildings. We do have a public building commission that years ago was very, very active when we were doing the municipal building and the library and public buildings. But it meets once a year just to meet the requirement. Well, now I think they're gonna need to meet, and on a project like this, you know, we all have our say on ARPA funding, but that might qualify for this. So when I say there's a significant build out, it's they're requesting basically half from the city, and they'll come up with the other half, and that our half is $150,000. Quite a project. Exterior, internal, basement, internal, exterior, outside, painting, roof, new deck. I mean, it's, you know, their basement gets water. They store a lot of their stuff down there. I mean, it's, you know, and I'm like, oh man, for $300 you can probably build new, but, you know, this is the way. So Lisa, I'm not trying to put words in Lisa's mouth. She'll come up here and she will present to the council, and I'm just trying to prompt everyone and get you in the know on this, so.
And some of you probably remember Future Gen. So
Oh,
they
yeah.
were supposed to be housed in Future Gen all
Absolutely.
those years ago.
Yeah,
So I think
2010.
it's, gosh, has it
Yeah.
been that long
Yeah.
ago? So
Yeah.
it's been on their radar for quite some time.
Yeah.
And I think they were very hopeful that Future Gen would come through and they'd have this new building. But you're right, 300,000, what are the other options?
It's a big ask, but, you know, basically, my purpose is just to let you know if you have questions for Lisa or any of the board members for the Chamber of Commerce. You know, I think it's in a great location. You know, it's very inviting, but if they wanna make a splash and make it look more inviting to visitors that come in to Jacksonville, and it is our building. I mean, the city owns it, so we have to do something. We may not have to do it to that level, but that's for discussion. Any other new business? Mr. Salterman, are you ready to go home? All right. You got a motion, second by Alderman Large, holding that over to adjourn.